we are going, it appears. Let me just double check on the Twitch. Yep. As long as everything sounds good, which hopefully such would be the case. Let me put it on the Twitter. Yep. Late, obviously, but better late than never, I suppose. Let me pull up my Bandicam. Alright. So, this time, a lovely friend named Ramsar helped me out with setting up dual monitors. So now I've got Twitch on the side and don't have to use my phone. Yeah, it's funny, like an hour and 9 minutes is actually relatively quick through the game, even though I was playing it like super laid back. But I'm just gonna follow through with that. It was originally I was gonna have Ramsar come on here to be a guest, but he had to go to sleep, which is fine. But I was wondering if I could pull this off, like if I could just like talk like about the game by myself, because that's how I put it when I was doing this before. I'm like, it's just me talking to myself, but I'm like, I have so much to say about this game that it's not even a problem, because I had so many different talking points. So I just killed the So what did I just do? I got Bloodstarved Beast down, so I can take the shortcut. Yeah, let's go back to Cathedral Ward. Alright, is there... Hey, we got some first time in the chat, yay. Meaning the first time that literally anyone has been in my chat, so... Hello, Kui dude. Glad that you joined in on the stream. I'm just playing some Bloodborne. And this door opened. No one quite knows why, but for some reason killing a beast that was poisonous just did the trick and was the end of it. That is one of the... that guy gave such a good performance. Like, there is something about the wheelchair guys dying in this game, like their death sound. It's probably that like they're all kind of elderly, or at least they seem that way in the wheelchair. But that's probably what the deal is. That is one of my least favorite aspects of Soulsborne. They call that the Kathunk effect. What the? I'm telling you, the consistency of the moves of like some of the regular enemies in this game is just amazing. Because I'm all for varied movesets when it comes to mainline bosses, of course, but you don't always need to have super complicated movesets. That's one of the frustrating things about Elden Ring, at least for me, is the bosses have so many different moves, and it's like sometimes less is more. Sometimes less really is more, and you don't need to be too insane with like how many different moves you have, but most of the enemies in these games that are normal, like, or just the ones you're gonna bump into frequently have pretty simplistic moves, but they're consistent, so it's easy to get used to them. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Sure, we can do that. We can also do this! What the... Okay. Up. And then these guys who... I don't know what it is about their guns that are like, whoa! That was... this... That's another frustration, is the stab animations. Like, you can't rely on the enemy lock-on. You would think you could rely on the enemy lock-on to always hit center, but for some reason it just doesn't work sometimes. Sometimes you stab and you just miss, and sometimes you shoot and you miss. It's a little bit unfortunate. It's such a unique, like, it's like accusatory. He's like, bad body, like, but it's all a mumble. I have no idea what he's saying. Like, he stands finished and like, foul beast. Some of them are like very clear, but whatever that guy with the flamethrower wheelchair psychopath, I have no clue what he's saying. Alright. I like the element of unpredictability in Elden Ring, but I get what you mean. Yeah, it's... Well, here's one of the things that's another take that I have about Elden Ring, is that I feel like in large part that game is trying to... It takes a lot from Sekiro, but the problem with it is that it doesn't have the parry system. Because here we go. So the parry system is amazing in Sekiro. Like, the stamina system is the deal, or I think it's posture is what it's called, but just the idea of being able to dodge consistently, and you're rewarded for perfect timing with the deflection, and then like getting precise attacks in. The system's completely different in Sekiro, and that's why Elden Ring kind of went back to regular Souls, because they wanted to have that sense of familiarity to them, but because Sekiro was such a deviation from everything else that they'd done. And so Elden Ring, even though it has the gameplay mechanics of regular Soulsborne games, the enemies, especially the bosses, feel like Sekiro bosses. A lot of people, there's a mod for Melania that makes her like a Sekiro boss, and it's an imperfect mod, but I've heard people say it's actually really good, and it's like, maybe this should have just been the case, and it's like, yeah, maybe. Okay, this is the jump I was talking about. I'm really just gonna try this. So I'm right in front of it, I'm just gonna roll. See if it... Problem is you usually bounce sideways. So... Alright. Boom. Okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just overcomplicating it. There you go. Damn, your setup looks really high quality. It's not! I'm telling you, I slapped this together yesterday. I'm using a webcam that I only got because I went to college during COVID, and, like, I've got lights that are, like, I had those since I went to college, but this is, like, this is not any kind of professional setup, so, I'd like to get a streamer light. Hilariously, my second display is doing a decent enough job of lighting my face, but getting just a basic light would be nice. They have the prompt here, don't they? Yep. I'm telling you, man, that doll, it's very interesting how they handle all of it. I really like how much character they pour into the doll. Definitely above the, wait, did I grab, yeah, it was in there. And I did grab the doll set. The lighting looks great, the camera looks, the audio is crisp. I don't know about DSLR quality. Oh, she's gonna be over here. I don't have the, what is it? It's not a monocle, but like the, essentially telescope.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
To give you an existential crisis.
What? What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter, could this be joy?
It's very interesting because if you look into this, I think a lot of the actors weren't the actors that they were originally planning to use, and she's one of them. And when you listen to her voice, she sounds off. Because I love how soft-spoken she is and how reassuring she is. It's unique how she sounds, because there's like a comfort to her. Because this is a character you're going to go back to over and over and again, and you don't want her to like come across as creepy. I mean, a lot of the characters in these games do.
Welcome.
But
What is it? Very well.
yeah, the actress that plays her really did an amazing job. The acting in these games just consistently is solid, so... I think that her stone, it's so cold, it like says like who would value a doll. Yeah, whoever thinks this is precious must be troubled by severe naivete. It's like, oh, that's cold. So cold. Alright. Tear stone. I always love doing that. I always love equipping them as an item rather than just using them from the menu. Don't ask me why. It just feels right to me. Do I have any other blood gems I got? I don't... Oh, that one, of course. Okay, can I... Yes! That is pretty nice. Sometimes I forget that that thing's even there, and it's super useful. Whoa! Doll Best Firekeeper, yeah, my vote goes to DS3 Firekeeper as Best Girl. I was mentioning this in the last stream. My frustration with the Firekeeper in that game is that she's a lot more scripted than the doll. Like, this is something that I love about the doll, is that she moves around just randomly. I guess the Firekeeper did that? I need to replay Dark Souls 3, but they pour a little more character into her where she kind of feels like she's her own agent rather than like just the person that's meant to serve you and help you finish the game. Which, I mean, that is what she is supposed to be, same as the Firekeeper, but I like what they do with her here. Do you keep the chat on second monitor? Yeah. And then that's what DS2 is. No, I still have not played DS2 proper, and there are no messengers? Uh-oh. I actually forgot what that... Wait, I thought the messengers are here, right? They're by that fountain. And I got... Huh, I forgot the mechanic, I guess. Dream. Dream. Or the not dream. I actually don't know how that works. I'd have to look up like the lore video. I would marry DS3 Fire in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, she is hot. And that like blind dude, when I had that, I almost always go as a girl when I play this, because for one, I got long hair and I like long hair as an aesthetic, but it's like, dude, that like silver long hair with that like tiara slash like blindfold deal she's got going on, it looks so cool. And her design's amazing. This guy, this is such a weird encounter. He's a unique enemy. When you kill him, like, it's over. And he's like slightly different from the regular beast you've been fighting, because he's almost like a werewolf version of that, and then you get the rune, but I don't... And it's always frustrating because he's just right there. You just, like, kind of... it's easy to backstab and parry him, and then it's like, I don't know what they were really doing there. I don't know what the idea was. Okay. God, I hate this area. I think I unequipped. I did. Of all the things I could unequip, I don't want to deal with you yet. Dog, can you please... and then the kick. Or not. Uh-oh. I got stuck. Snatchers are cool enemies. They're interesting because they're just it's purely in intimidation with them. They're like even a slower version of like the Tyrant where they just loom and just walk and like they punch like a tank, but they're slow. So I think I do have a church garb on right now because I got Papa G. I don't know if you have. Yeah, I think you just have to have the cloak. So let's save the psychopath who. What is she? She only kills like the girl if you like make her like jealous or something. But yeah, she gives you blood. Actually, I should do that. I should go back and save the NPCs. It's alright. Oh, I did talk to the guy at Cathedral Ward.
Thank you, so there were many. So, that do you know?
What? I thought that... I could have sworn I talked to the guy.
I understand. Perhaps hello. Yeah, I do not wish your...
Such an interesting part of this is a RPG. I've always loved... Like... The funny thing about Gascoigne's quest in this game is that there's no way to win, and the only reason why is that, like, the poor kids that you can't put it gently. You can't, like, help the kids get through, like, knowing what happened to their dad. Oh, shit. You can't, like, you just have to say no, or yes, or this happened, and it doesn't make it quite as much of an RPG when you like don't have control over like tact with whoa, that was a mistake that I just made there. All right. Come on. Yep, that was it. That was the guy falling. I love fall. It's so predictable. He follows up with the kick all the time. I cannot believe I did not die. I cannot believe that didn't work. Or did work. Yeah. Just like, what was it that I was fighting? It was one of those guys with like the giant axe. I'm like making this more epic than it needs to be. Ow. Background changing is the spot. Oh yeah. When the baby starts crying, it's like, oh, like, let's talk about the ambience. Like, one of the nice things about this game is it starts and there's like almost no sound. It's just the ambience of the city. Except like the beasts. That's one of the best parts of the game is climbing that ladder and hearing the cleric beast in the background. It's such a cool detail. Dodge to the side more than I do in Bloodborne. Oh yeah. It's pretty valuable. Same with dodging forward. Like it's just a good strategy in these games. Let me get rid of my items. Get some blood dew here. What's wrong with me? I got killed by the Snatcher? I love how she reacts too. Wait. Yeah. Just a cool little detail, and it's funny, you know. She'll reciprocate with like a bow or like a gesture that's like kind, but something that's weird, she'll be like, she literally gives you a sideways glance. Very good attention to detail. Just yeah.
Welcome. What?
And blood echoes. Let's get a little bit of health because we're going towards Amelia. Okay. Back to it, I guess. I kept calling that Hypogean goal forever rather than jail. I didn't realize that like that's actually a way that you spell jail. As far as I'm concerned, with a J is like the one that makes sense. Like there's words that just sound bad where you're like, this should literally be spelled this way. But jail has never been one of those. It's like, yeah, that kind of adds up. I might not even be saying Hypogean right. That's what I just call it, Hypogean jail, I guess now, rather than Hypogean goal. Oh yeah, I've seen it. What you can do is you can hack the hardware itself. You can actually like crack open the PS4, PS5, and you can trick it essentially into working. It's not refined, and like the guy needed to change things to make it work and to make it viable. But what's his name, Lance McDonald or something? I think he was the one who did it, and a lot of people use it as a mod because it's really good. It's just, I saw it on Twitter today. They released like this set of gloves and like a pendant. And it is like, guys, remaster this bloody game. Stop giving us pendants and just do what we've been asking you to do forever. Oh, he... Da-da-da-da. I have actually never used that exploit. That's funny. I've used it in the jail, but not here. Okay. Yep, that's him. You had to untie every physics object. You had 30 frames to make the game work. And people always say that. It's like, why wouldn't they just do it? It's old. Like, it's complicated because of like the developers that made this and all the complexities with the assets that they use. Like, I know that it's not as simple as they just, you know, hit a switch and then it's like 60 FPS. But you also wouldn't think it would be that hard. Like, that difficult to pull it off. And there are so many people that have an interest in doing so that it's ridiculous that we haven't gotten it after all this time. Especially since Bloodborne is like one of the quintessential PS4 games. Like, I think The Last of Us is probably like the unambiguous like #1 spot, but Bloodborne's up there. I mean, it has been a PS4 exclusive since its release. That has never changed, so you would think they'd have more of an interest in doing so. Still, yeah. Pretty ridiculous. Fire blood. Oh yeah, that's the one that... The fire effect actually isn't that good. It's better to just use fire paper in my experience, because like you can boost up with other runes that increase your damage and then add fire effects. Like adding... It just doesn't do as much as you might think it is. It's like your weapon's on fire. It's like, I'm gonna light it up with paper. Here's another, I showed the stair thing with the giant. This green tile has fascinated me. There it is. The infamous, ever so present and always there, green tile. That is so mismatched with everything else, because like, look at this. That is like stone that's sideways and lit weird. That there is green. That is like bubblegum style green. And it stands out. You look at that, you're like, why is that step so prominently green? And again, this is what I'm talking about with those isms that you only know when you've played this game too much. Like, that does not matter at all. It's probably just something that was there, but it sticks out. Every time I go there, I just pay attention to that particular green tile. I have no clue why it looks so different from the rest of them. That, I literally just did that. Oh, that was cool. I dodged his attack, and then got the visceral on the side. The guy wearing the cone hat's like, yeah. It's fake. It doesn't make the sound, but it's so funny, and it looks that way when you do it. They animated it so it actually like hits when you slide down the ladder. I love that edit. It's really funny. All right, let's open this up. Yeah, I'm not going to take the risk. I'm going to go back because I got 7k. Because, yeah, I got my runes back. And I can also get the telescope. And a couple of... There's actually some really... This is the funny thing. I'm so used to just going through this game as fast as I can because I've done races with my brother and I like doing... trying to just improve my speed. But... it's funny to just play this game just for fun and just be talking about it, because like this is like so low stress for me and I'm so used to playing this game and know the ins and outs, so it's kind of funny to be playing it in an abnormal way, and by abnormal I'm just kind of hanging out. Whoa! You're gonna knock me off the cliff. Okay, that actually worked. I keep doing that, I keep not having the confidence. I'm just like backing up. I don't know why. Oh, I answered my own question. Okay. I really do love that animation. It's a great what the fuck. They're like, what the? It makes sense. Like, it's a really... Whoa! Did you see that? The crow exploded that giant's corpse. It like bounced in the air. Ow! Busted! Okay, what is it? Monocle? Monocular. Yeah. That is a synonym for telescope. Monocular. Alright, this guy, I have still not really figured him out, so I'm just gonna leave him to do his deal and try to get this guy before he murders me. No! And I'm sitting down and I'm gonna die in a second here. Thank you From Software. God, the random gestures at the worst times. God! I don't like that guy. He's got that whole ball chain deal, and it's damn near impossible to die. And it's like just him too. You have to like go and practice with that guy specifically, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, I wanted to get the top hat. I never bothered. Oh wait, somehow I didn't talk to this guy. Yeah, I'll bring friends here. That guy... I think I've killed him once to get his rune, but my god, if you kill him for some reason, his last word is, I just wanted to help people. And it's like, fuck, dude. This guy actually is one of the better people in this game. Like, he doesn't seem to be motivated by, like, wanting to be a good, or just, like, that he's morally righteous, but he just wants to make friends. And it, like, you'd be hard-pressed to say it's, like, selfish to just want to make friends. It's not exactly righteous, but he's here at the Cathedral Ward, and he just wants to bring people in. And it's like, yeah, and he genuinely doesn't turn evil or anything like that. I mean, the quest lines that you bring here are a Greek tragedy, and you can drag the bastard that tries to murder everyone in, but, like, all things considered, it's a happy ending, and I think he's always content, even if, like, the old lady, like, loses her mind and, like, everything, even when things go bad, he's still like, hey, we brought people here, right? And it's like, yeah, we did bring people here. It's more familiar with DS2. It's interesting that, because I've actually only done, I platinumed DS3, but I've technically only done 2 playthroughs. I haven't played it repeatedly. I've played DS1 over and over again, largely because of the race of my brother. But, sorry, I'm a monster for doing that, but it bypasses the animation. Yet another detail. I love all the details with her, but, it's funny, just sleeping. She's just, like, just taking a nap. It's like, oh, sorry about that. Yep. That is not... I'm telling you, the mixing and matching in this game, it's pretty much the best, in my opinion. You can make some really cool outfits by just, like, throwing around a bunch of random stuff. So... I opened the shortcut. Let's just race to Hemwick Charnel Lane. Fashion Souls. Most of my hours are due. Still haven't finished her. You didn't mention where you stopped. I have no idea if, like, I'm past where you are. I'm guessing it was maybe around or a little before Rom? Maybe. Alright, let's just run and keep running. Actually... You know what? Yeah. Why not? I never do it. This guy's another guy that's plagued by the stair curse. Check this out. It's not every stair, but I know exactly which stairs it is, and it's the strangest thing. See, it has everything to do with, whoa. It has everything to do with the orientation. I think it's just that you're too low relative to them for it to be registered as a visceral. Because I'm not sure how that works. I'm guessing it's similar to a hitbox where you've got to register that you're directly in front of them and then hit the button. Because you have to hit it once. It has to be a clear, you go up to them and you do it. That's how you get the riposte or the visceral attack. But there's something about the angle of particular stairs, and the stairs are pretty steep in this game too, because they want to, like, climb levels. But oh yeah, I'm guessing it's the like Tomb Raider guy, right? Hemwick? It didn't say Hemwick, did it? Opener. Interesting. Ah. Henriette. Cool. I never do this. Let's see if she'll follow me all the way to Hemwick Charnel Lane. Probably not. See if you can keep up, lady. Because I run fast. See, yeah, these guys, their animation is bad. They're like moving in front of you and then you just hit them like, boo! It's like, oh, that was an attack, like, towards me? Could have fooled me. Get out of my way. Alright. Let's open up the door. This door is one of the most dramatic doors in this game. Like, look at that. They really want you to door the hell out of it. I genuinely don't, I mean, let's just see how this lasts. I'm sure if I get cutscened, I'm gonna go, but if I don't die, will she just follow me the entire way? Where'd you go? Oh, there she is. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, alright. What is it, the silencing blank? Yeah. Sorry, lady, I'm gonna... It's probably one of the reasons why I never do that is... This is a weird area, I'm telling you. This could totally just be me. But I swear this looks like the environments where those guys that have the bloodstone shards are, where you can hit them. They always light it slightly differently to make it so that you can just, so that they pop when you look. Like, because otherwise they just get mixed in with the rocks. I feel like this is an area that should have one there, but it's not. Like, looking at that, and then looking over here, it almost looks like there'd be one. That could just be completely my imagination, and something about the lighting just looks that way. I genuinely am not sure. Alright. Oh, this is where I left off? Interesting. So, you at least killed Gascoigne. I'm gonna go to not quite the worst boss. I was thinking about that today. It would actually be fun to do a tier list of the bosses in this game because I'll be making it clear if there's like, because that was another thing that I was questioning yesterday is like, what's the biggest flaw in this game? I will tell you something. Like, what's up there is that most of the bosses are bad, and just straight up, I love this game, but it's funny, the dogs. The majority of the bosses in this game are bad, and it's unfortunate. The ones that are good are really good, and it gets more consistently good when you get to the DLC. But man, especially in the final area, Mikolash, and even like Marigo's Wet Nurse, like isn't a bad boss, but it's like that can be the final boss of the game. It's like, yeah, not a fan. Whoa. Whoa! Give me like a truck. Okay. Nice try, guys. I am too quick for thee. Yeah. In a nutshell, it's like, why is this your favorite game, Evan? It's like, that, what just happened there, that's why. Boom. Like, when you get that right, when you really get that right, it is so satisfying. It's just, Sekiro, like, the entire experience feels like that, and honestly, that's why, as far as I'm concerned, it's like objectively, mechanically, Sekiro has the best bosses, and it has the best system. I wish that Elden Ring had been based around the system, because I love Souls, you love Souls, we all love Souls, but it's not right for what Elden Ring was trying to do, if you ask me. Whoa, wait, there. Wait, stop it! Because enemies, where they go all over the place. That's my brother's been so disincentivized from playing that game because he's seen how fast the enemies are, and he's like, why, like, Can you even do a strength build? And it's like, I'm telling you, you can, but it is difficult. It's more difficult, at least from what I've seen. I mean, your best shot, if you're gonna go that route, is probably gonna be to, go for, like, staggers. Get it so that, like, you hit hard enough that you, like, knock bosses down, or even just regular enemies down. I just never go strength builds. That's the, I mean, that's the funny thing. I always go skill builds, and I still don't like Elden Ring, so... I'm curious, Oh, whoa! Ah, I get the torch again. Made that mistake twice. Left the torch on, tried to torch them instead of shoot. Alright, let's do this. Whoop. Loser! You're a loser. My brother referenced that. I love doing that when I, like, get past someone or sneak past someone or do something. I'm just like, loser! My brother referenced the Has Been Hotel song, and I'm like, I can't do that because loser's used as, like, an empowering term in that song. So I need to keep the denigrating Hitler, you know, middle school bully aspect of it. Go! Forget how much of a tank those ladies hit sometimes. Alright, No! That's not good! Whoa! Oh, hold on. Wait. Gonna make me... I have mollies, right? No? Wait, oh, there, okay. Yeah. Fuck. It burns. Fuck, that's rough. Okay. Did anybody see that? By the way, this is probably the future, which is hilarious because I'm gonna get so little traction if I shoot this late at night, or I say shoot like I'm just doing this at night, my time, and unfortunately for most of the world, that's bedtime, so... Alright. How many do I just have? The one? I have the one, okay. And then another habit I go into when I go into bosses, especially ones as bad as these ones. All of the echoes. Alright. This boss is abysmal, but we're gonna do it. It's definitely in the top 3 worst of this game. Mine has always been the one Reborn. I don't think there's a worse boss in this game than that. It really is a meat sack that you just hit that's got arms that maybe might hurt you if you're lucky. It's an embarrassment. The only thing about it that is even remotely clever or interesting is the bell ringers. But once you kill them, I didn't think, that's the funny thing, I didn't think you could even kill them. I didn't think that was an option. And when I found out about that, the entire boss is just a complete pushover. Speaking of pushover bosses, where are you? Okay, seriously, I would have thought I would have bumped into you by now. Oh, wait. This is a perfect example of how the jump button in this game is so bad. Is like, you have to be running at these guys like something. Forget as well that enemy lock-on's almost worthless here. Whoa, no. Fucking. And then here she comes. And it just... Awful. Awful move. Don't design moves in video games that are like that. Fuck you. And I'm... See, look at that. Farcical. That's what I'm talking about. The jump... It is so hard in this fight to be able to run at the witch and dodge without jumping. Because if you get tackled like that, it's over. It's over. What's... It is a funny thing, like the idea of difficulty modes has been discussed endlessly in this, but like, a lot of people don't understand just how viable running is in this game. You, like, across all the Soulsborne games, just the regular enemies that are just sitting around, you can almost always just run through them. They try to attack you, they're relatively slow, they can't run faster than you because of, like, whoa! Fucking comboed me. Alright. I'm guessing my friend in the chat is probably asleep. He has been lulled to the bedtimes by my lullaby. Alright. The animation when you confuse her because you're literally too good at winning, like, and she like literally just stands up is funny. That's the thing. This boss is bad enough. The fact that you can backstab her, like, it's just insane the damage you can get in. Is there. That is big enough, then that, and then you can hit her when she's down. And yeah, I'm beast. I want to save my pellets for the most part. Okay. Is that... Okay, there it is. That's one of the... You always gotta get a little damage in, otherwise they heal each other too quickly. Knocked her ass off the platform, too. Gotta get my just desserts. That's gotta be her, right? Oop. Wait, is that? Whoa. Where are you? No, son of a bitch. Fuck. Alright. Ah, good. Yeah, doesn't it have missile lock on you? It might not. If you can side strafe, that's good. I always try to dodge. Where are you? There you. See, it's boring. Like, seriously, it's loosely even a boss. This, I want to know this guy's story. Like, What in the hell did you do? This entire place literally ends with him. So, and he's tied down and looks tortured to death, so the poor guy did something. I just realized I used too many blood pellets on that. Going. Now we're actually... Yeah.
Welcome. What? Very
Blood echoes. Alright. Upgrade skill. And then I believe I should have twin. Yeah, I should have enough to upgrade it at least once. Fortify. Alright. Ah. Uh-oh. That was a mistake, what I just did there. Okay, do I have... I have at least one. Oh. Wait. I actually don't like that one. Wait, can I... I think no, that's later, right? No, I can buy fire paper. Alright. I'll get 2. See how well this goes. Usually I do really well. And again, I'm at the point where I'm pretty leveled up, so... Usually I clip through Vicar Amelia. In fact, I find it a little frustrating how easy it is if you stack Beast Blood pellets and fire paper, or if you're just leveled up in general, because her limbs break apart just like the Cleric Beast, and it's easy to just snap apart her limbs and combo her and essentially stun lock her. It just comes down to the damage output you have. And it's insane if you have the Beast Blood pellet. And again, I think the Beast transformation... I could be wrong, I need to look into this, but I believe that it actually affects the Beast Blood pellets, so I should punch a little harder here than I would otherwise. By the way, here's a question that I was asking the other day. Is elsewise a real word? Because I looked it up, and I actually think it is a word. I love it. It sounds so much better than otherwise. Like, elsewise, that just sounds better than otherwise. It just does. I'm not sure if it's a real word, but, like, there's a lot of words that should be words. Let's do this. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. And again, the particle effects. Look at this. Yeah. It is unfortunate. Like, look at this. She never had a chance. Whoa! Alright. Cane Thwip and our Shake Off Cape. Let's get our pendant. Yeah, and I know the obvious response to that is it's like I just went easy mode, didn't I? And it's like, yeah, of course I did. That like that's what you do if you want to get through this quick. But I mean, I don't know. I like Vicar Amelia. It's the same thing with a lot of the bosses in this game where you really can get comboed and just like, because she has all those attacks that are like it's so easy to just get hit and just get hit like 5 times in succession, and it's frustrating when that happens. I don't oft watch this cutscene. Let's do it.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
Really interesting.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
It's really interesting because in Soulsborne, or like in the Souls games, you're such a small part of the world. You're really just some random person that's just in this and experiencing all these insane things. In this game, you're a little more, the entire game is a lot more street level in Bloodborne. And with the people that have macro effects on the world, like they do instead of the Soulsborne games, there's all these big players that have done all these things, and like they're like what's his name, Seath from DS1, for instance. Like he has this expansive lore and he's changed all this stuff about the world, and you learn about his character based on that. Even in spite of how many like insane beings with like insane power you have in these games, you don't often get a good sense of the relationship between the characters. And that's one instance where you actually do. That's a very intimate, very personal conversation. It's like it's two people, one that was like part of Bergenworth and one that was part of the Healing Church, and they're splitting ways. They can't work together anymore, and they're old friends. It's interesting to get a conversation that is that important in between players that are that big in this game, and I like it because you don't get a lot of that in these games in general, and it's cool that they give you one good part of that, one time where you do see that directly.
Welcome. What? Very well.
Getting into the splitting hairs. Well, then again, I often just buy blood echoes at this point because literally, why not? Like, there's no way I have any. Can I buy anything new? Nothing with insight? What about down here? Yeah, Tomb Prospector, that's what I thought. I have to sell. Probably a decent bit. Oh, and I can go to the... Pro tip, if you've defeated Vicar Amelia, go to the DLC. There are shards galore there. You can just feast. I did that. I bought something completely worthless. Sell what I just bought for pittance. Fuck. Okay, I swear, the doll's drip is so awesome, but it does such a horrible job protecting you. Like, tell me I'm wrong. That looks cool. It really looks like just like a poncho, almost like the man with no name. And I'm like, that's awesome, but it's just not particularly viable in this game because it's so easy to get hit, and you don't want that to happen. But yeah, the Doll's Drip sells very well. Fun fact about me that you're going to learn if these streams are interesting in any way, shape, or form or get any traction. I drink an ungodly amount of sparkling water.
Oh, hello there. Perfect timing. I must warn you not to go near the tomb below Erden Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. Henrik, an old hunter, has gone mad. And he's my mark.
I did that totally by accident, but that's actually awesome. Like, just sitting down, like...
Don't go near the tomb below Erden Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. I have business there first.
It really is the funniest thing about Eileen's entire quest line is, like, you succeed in it by directly disobeying her. I love that quote. Don't you ever listen to your elders. I'm telling you, what I always do with Henrik here in a second, I doubt the developers ever meant for you to do this. And when it comes to things that you could call exploits, I always like to look at it in terms of your character. So what I do is I go down the route to the house, and you can literally see Henrik phase in. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go down the stairs, and then he starts losing his shit, and he comes up and, like, attacks you. He's supposed, like... It's supposed to be that, like, he's, like, insane and is down here, and then, like, when you come up, he's like just comes at you because he's going insane. But if you go down here, you go down to this grave, right there. And then you can sneak up to him from behind. Sets you up for the backstab. Didn't even know it was coming. So, it's a little cheap. It's a little cheap to get the first move in here when he's just sitting there, and when he's not, he can't even attack you. Like, but my question here is, it's like, is this in character for the character that I'm playing? A hunter? I'm like, totally. Like, this is just like surveilling the room, and you see your enemy, or at least you, like, know that your enemy's there. You want to take the stealthy approach. It's like, this is totally something that I would do. I would do this. Let's go to the stairs till my waifu arrives. Oh. Eileen, you jacked up my plan! I always hate that, like... I was about to say I didn't kill her, too.
Wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks. We made it with our lives. You're not bad at all. You must have killed Gascoigne as well, then. He was falling apart, I'm sure it had to be done. But try to keep your hands clean. A hunter should hunt beasts.
Leave the hunting of hunters to me. She sounds so, like, sage-like. I love how, like, wise she sounds. She seems like someone who's, like, in their 50s. Someone who's, like, been doing this for a very long time. Not quite, like, to the point that they'd retire. But to the point that you'd imagine they'd want to start retiring. It's like... There's just something about the performance of the actress that plays her. She's great. Wait, there's a lamp down here. And I wasted... Most of that 10k I just got is probably... headed right into my blood echoes. Blood vials. Yeah, this is so funny. I'm gonna have to somehow find a way to stream earlier, because this isn't gonna be viable. It's just... For everyone else in the entire world, it's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock at night, or in the morning. So...
Welcome. Very well.
Like, hey, I'm starting a Twitch stream and streaming again. It's like, can you do that when anyone is awake? It's like, maybe. Purchase, yeah. How many can I... That's it? Okay, whatever. So... the shadows, I suppose? Yeah, because I did just get... Wait, Hemwick's rune is the one that, boosts your health, right? Viscerals... Yep, that's what I... Or no. Ah, well... yeah, let's go to the... Been streaming for a while. I might, close out here in a sec. Because my plan was to kill the Witch of Hemwick and Vicar Amelia. It's a little bit to get through the Forbidden Woods, so... Let's go Cathedral Ward. Here. Ow, what? That wasn't out of the animation. You're cheating. See, this is the problem with streaming for me. This is why I didn't stream for the longest period of time, is I was always worried that I would just, like, devolve into, like, just, silence. Because, like, I'm not usually a particularly, like, talkative person, so... It's just a matter of, like, how much you can talk to yourself, like I was joking about earlier. It's just... With this, like, what I'm just doing is just filling the time with just talking about all the isms of the game and all my opinions, so... Dropping a hot take about Sekiro or Elden Ring, mayhaps. Why do I keep sitting down? It is such a weird thing. I don't even know what they're implying there. Like, what, he died as soon as you opened the door? Or, like... Maybe it's that, like, he was waiting for someone to, like, open the door, and, like after all that time, like, he dies because he's fulfilled his purpose or something like that. I don't know. That's rude to throw things at me. You are an inconsiderate gentleman. What's wrong with thee? Alright. Let's head up here. There's a really cool thing about those enemies is they have that giant axe that serves as like a quasi shield, and that really is the best way to dispatch of them or to take them out is to use a visceral attack. So you just got to get it right, and it's because that's the thing, you get hit and you get knocked back, but you can still do it even if you get knocked back depending on the enemy. I think for that one it usually like staggers you hardcore. Alright. Let's do this. Let me see how quickly I can get through this. Alright. So, let's go. Twins. No. And to the right. I got a visceral waiting for you, buddy. What I was talking about. Oh, what the? Oh! Away! Away! God, okay. This little, this bucket. Yeah, that is the bane of my existence. You literally have to roll into it. Like, it's so awkward to get around that if you want to run through it. But I'm telling you, yeah, like, it's something... It's a double-edged sword because, obviously, if you run past most of the enemies in the game, you're probably not gonna get as many blood echoes as you would otherwise. So, like, I wouldn't necessarily encourage people that are unfamiliar with Souls games to, like, run by all the enemies, but you can do it. That's what people always pull with the fact that you can use summons and stuff like that. Like, people are always asking for an easy mode in this game, and, like, the easy mode is supposed to be, like, how much you limit yourself. Because, like, for instance, you can just not use items at all. You could play Bloodborne and never know that items are even a thing. So, like, the difficulty of this game depends on, like, how much you let it be difficult, basically. And running by enemies is incredibly viable. Because it's simple. You have to be able to outrun or at least out-dodge the enemies, because otherwise they would just be able to catch up to you and kill you every single time. So, like, you're faster than them. And as long as you know the general direction, which in like Soulsborne's, it's pretty easy to know. Well, I can't exactly say that, but like it's relatively easy to know the direction you need to go, or to have a sense of direction. And you can fake it till you make it. You can just keep going and like keep. Whoa. Come on, buddy. Alright. Let's get us some more beast bloods. Once again, man, I know all the items and it ain't good. Tells me I've played too many video games. Alright. This is a very good introduction to this type of enemy. Always loved this. All the rest of them are just normal except for a couple, but you just go up, you see that guy, you're like, ah, it's just a normal guy, and you're like, whoa. It's funny, there aren't many, like, quote-unquote scripted encounters in these games, like, all things considered, but you still get moments like that, where that's tailor-made for the first time that you play this game, because they want that exact reaction. You look, he seems just like a normal enemy type, and then when you see that, you're like, whoa, and then all the rest of the enemies in the forest around this point are like serpent-like. So, just a good introduction to to having that type of an enemy after you.
Very well.
slap the rest into blood vials. Purchase. Alright. That was basically a flip of the coin as to which one it was. I thought it was the second, I went with the third just because. Alright. I'm gonna go after the shadows and then probably call it a night. Assuming I can... I've always found it hilarious just how big this area is. It's surprising. It's surprising how big it is and like how vast it is. Like it kind of stretches out and like it's super easy to get lost here. They have this slope, but it gets confusing because the slopes, they bend into each other. Right. All right. And let's keep going down. There should be an enemy here that's gonna summon some snakes to kill me, but if you just keep going, his snake whistle... That's literally what that is, like, it's supposed to sound like a... Like... What do you call it? Like a hiss from a snake, but... It's also a whistle. It's a snake whistle. I do not believe that is something that snakes can do, even remotely. Let's open this guy just in case. I don't think I think I rarely ever use it, but I always just like having it as an option if needs be. And I think another reason is that usually I can beat the Shadow's first shot. We'll see if I can pull it off here. Do I... Ah, I can... That's an option. Alright, let's head through. God, if ever you wanted a 4K of the giant pig's ass. Alright. I swear, the funniest thing about this boss is the more... I always farm towards the end, or I've done a ton of farming at the final level where these guys are just casual enemies. And when you've practiced as much as I have, this boss doesn't even seem that bad anymore. Because you just, as long as you get the... That's the funny thing. This has stopped being as much of a thing in like stuff like Elden Ring, but it used to be that like the bosses would show back up as regular enemies because you're leveled up enough that you don't need to worry about them. And the Shadows of Yharnam are one of those. But yeah, them just being regular ones is helpful. In a lot of ways. Oh, I only have one set of fire paper. Okay, that's alright. Oh, that's not good. They're screwing up my day. They're screwing up my day. Alright. That stopped literally perfectly. Alright. Let's get behind this grab. making this look easy, or at least I think I am, but, whoa! But this is a really good boss in terms of, like, a synergy between the enemies. Because they all work off of each other, like, I mean, it's kind of like superhero or supervillain teams where they, like, have camaraderie in terms of, like, their powers. Each of them has, like, a specific, fighting style, so... Yeah, I love that boss. I always have. It's my brother's favorite boss in the game, and it's up there. I definitely wouldn't call it the best of the... Actually, no, his favorite of the full game is Orphan of Kos, but I think that's his favorite in the mainline game. It'd probably be in my top 3. Again, I just don't find it as thrilling anymore because I've fought these enemies as regular enemies that this barely even feels like a boss to me, just because I'm practiced enough, but that notwithstanding, it's mechanically really well put together. Alright, let's level up one last time.
Very well.
Bergenworth should be up next. Let's change out our drip. You know what, honestly, well, I already am the doll, but... You know what? Yeah, I'll leave it with that. There you go. That's our drip going into Bergenworth. All right. I'm gonna exit out. I think this is going very well, and yeah, honestly, most of this is just me talking about the game, and I really do hope that, like, what I'm saying is insightful, and it's not just coming across as me, like, blowing smoke or not knowing what I'm talking about. Because I have played this game a lot, and there's just those funny bits like the green tile, or like Hemwick and how you can get the backstab if you go to the right. Like, I love it when you played a game enough that, like, those things are just natural to you and you don't even necessarily think about them, but there's so much about this game that is attention to detail oriented, and when you master it, or when you know a lot about the story, it's rewarding upon replay, so... Which is probably why I'll be playing it quite a bit here. Yep. Another day, another stream. Thank you, Ramsar, for helping me set up dual monitors. It was actually really helpful. I'll probably slap the chat a little bit closer so that I'm not having to turn away from the microphone next time, but it was invaluable to have the stream on the side and to also be reading the chat. But the help was appreciated, and I'm glad that this stream went well. So, no idea when I'm going to stream again, and this entire thing is just going to be super spontaneous. So, it'll just be when I see you again, and I'll probably do it the same way. Yeah. Thank you, anyone. Barely anyone showed up in the chat, so thank you anybody who sees this in the future on my channel or on YouTube, and yeah, catch you later.